God of Slaughter Chapter 26, The Wager. Chapter 26, The Wager. Tomoe Euro Trademark S face looked gloomy as he watched Kinmo Euro Trademark S face with astonishment. He was frightened. That shadow did not have any substance but was like a ghost, which made Tomoe, a brave and battle-wise mercenary, apprehensive. He took a step back from this abnormal thing and tried to analyze the situation. Shi Yan immediately knew that Tomoe was scared, as he stepped back. He took the right timing and rushed out with his dagger like a leopard. At the same time, he asked De Yalan to fight together with him. Though De Yalan was a little scared too, since she knew that ghostly shadow was released by Shi Yan, she plucked up courage to besiege Tomoe. The pale, white light smoke, which contained refined negative power, began to intertwine Tomoe. Kinmo Euro Trademark S ghostly shadow was following it and went in front of Tomoe at once. Tomoe suddenly concentrated. Without any hesitation, he began to practice his dense profound chi of the third sky of the nascent realm with his secret formula. The profound chi gushed into his left hand and exploded into a red fire. In an instant, there appeared a red protective shield of concentrated pure profound chi in Tomoe Euro Trademark S left hand. That red protective shield was glowing with red light and letting out hot energy, though it was merely as big as a wash basin. This shield, created by pure profound chi, was apparently Tomoe Euro Trademark S vital martial skill, which required a lot of energy to operate. Just as the protective shield was produced, Tomoe was already perspiring hard on his forehead. He must have consumed a lot of energy. The protective shield was sticking on Tomoe Euro Trademark S left hand. Seeing Shi Yan Euro Trademark S negative power pouring toward him, Tomoe immediately raised the shield to block the negative power and Kinmo Euro Trademark S ghostly shadow. A Euro Chi Shi Shi, A Euro. That strip of white fog containing negative mood, along with Kinmo Euro Trademark S ghostly shadow sparkled after bumping on the protective shield. In the pervading sparkles, the white fog faded away and the ghostly shadow seemed to be melting and dispersed into the air bit by bit. Noticing the shield could melt these two weird things, Tomoe became a little relieved. He then sneered cunningly, A Euro Ekid, let me see what else you Euro Trademark VE got, A Euro. A cold, evil air dispersed from the sparkles with the continuous sound of A Euro or Chi Shi A Euro. Unnoticed by Tomoe, the air went into his body through his pores. After that sneer, Tomoe Euro Trademark S face turned dumb and panic welled up from his eyes. A bright light crossed Shi Yan's eyes. According to Tomoe Euro Trademark S facial expressions, though Tomoe had tried to clear the negative power, he couldn't wipe it all away. Some of it had already invaded his mind. A Euro take action, A Euro. After a loud yell, Shi Yan sped up to his maximum speed. He appeared in front of Tomoe all of a sudden, leaving a light shadow in the open air. The dagger, with glowing blue light, stabbed toward Tomoe Euro Trademark S neck with a rush, which looked as if it was lightning. The protective shield in Tomoe's hand was getting hotter and hotter. The temperature almost woke Tomoe up from the numbness. Tomoe opened his eyes abruptly. A Euro EAAAU, A Euro Trademark. Tomoe hauled. Thus he suppressed all the negative emotions which had invaded his mind. At the same time, he drew a circle in the air with his axe in the right hand. Kong Chong. Shi Yan's dagger stabbed into the axe while a nasty explosion came out from the axe. To his surprise, it rushed towards Shi Yan's arm through the dagger. Shi Yan's arm became so numb that he realized Tomoe's profound chi was very dense, therefore he moved the dagger away from the axe quickly. Tomoe didn't react to Shi Yan. Instead, he turned his body like wind and blocked De Yalan's short sword which came behind him with his axe. He said with a cold face, I will F you as hard as I can. Shi Yan grew rigid and the bloodthirstiness surged in his mind. Wielding his dagger, his muscles on the legs began to contract slowly as well. Negative power gushed out from his pores on the legs, covering them in a pale fog. As his hands and feet all went through the changes, Shi Yan couldn't control his bloodthirstiness anymore. He was overwhelmed by the desire for killing, and his eyes were getting more and more red, while his expression became as hideous as a devil from hell. Even Mu Yu Dai, who was beside him, was so frightened that she covered her mouth with her hand. Hoo. Shi Yan's breaths got heavier and heavier. He stomped and could feel endless power in his feet. His skinny body advanced 10 meters in 1 second. Like a flying arrow. Fast and mighty. Tumu's axe flew swiftly in the air and made cracking sounds endlessly. It forced De Yelan to retreat as her arms got more and more painful holding the short sword. She turned weaker and weaker under the severe attacks of Tumu's strong profound chi. A forceful, murderous air suddenly came from his back. Tumu had a hideous look in his eyes as he struck his axe again, making De Yelan retreat while trembling. Bang! Tumu kicked his leg impatiently onto De Yelan's smooth abdomen heavily, and she was kicked about 7 meters away. De Yelan fell on ground on her back and she was bleeding severely from her mouth. Her profound chi was disordered and she lost all her strength at once. Tumu's kick contained a surging explosiveness as his profound chi exploded in an instant. He aimed to drain his fighting capacity slowly so that he could deal with Shi Yan. Turning around, Tumu brandished his axe with a vicious face. Ekid, a trademark, I'm gonna slice you into 100 pieces, Euro. Shi Yan ran up like an arrow, and with the help of his impulses, he shifted all of his profound chi into his dagger. As he brandished his dagger, the shadows of the dagger fell like raindrops. Along with it, a cold vicious power was sent out from the dagger and enveloped Tumu. A humph, Euro. Tumu took a deep breath and began to wield the protective shield with his left hand. Warm wind flew out from the protective shield endlessly and drove the cold, vicious air away. Then he took up his axe and struck Shi Yan's dagger precisely. Bang, Euro. With the hard thump, Shi Yan felt a severe pain in his wrist, when his dagger suddenly flew out and fell down on the earth dozens meters away behind him. Tumu was having a hard time too. The power gushing out from Shi Yan's dagger was extremely vicious as well. As he defended from it, he retreated with a stagger. At the same time, an air of coldness, evil, and panic sprawled through his arms into the brain like a small snake and dragged him into a bloody atmosphere again. Shi Yan stood still as he saw Tumu's eyes become perplexed and retreated, staggering into the direction of De Yelan. At that moment, his dagger was dozens of meters away behind him. He would miss the best timing if he went to pick up his dagger and rush to Tumu. Maybe Tumu would have come to his senses by then. That will flashed across in his mind like lightning and his eyes turned cold. Then he rushed to Tumu with all his strength and captured Tumu trademark's waist with his arms. He pushed up with his legs and pushed Tumu toward De Yelan with all might, and yelled, raise your sword. Stab, Euro. On hearing his shout, De Yelan, who was lying on the ground exhausted, saw a huge dark shadow fall onto her. Without any hesitance, De Yelan summoned all her strength and raised her short sword, which was as long as her arm. Euro. As the sword stabbed into Tumu trademark's heart, he woke up with a severe pain. He flailed crazily and tried hard to keep his balance. The sword stabbed into the back part of his heart, thus his body tilted in the air, and he did trademark T fall onto De Yelan immediately. With the support of the sword, Tumu kept that tilting position magically and did trademark T fall immediately, as if his legs had rooted in the ground. Tumu struggled with all his strength, but only to find his hands held by Shi Yan tightly. Shi Yan looked rather cool, and he smirked, "Wild dog, you are done." Keeping that position, Tumu shouted, bastard! Let go of your hands. The sword stabbed me, it can also stab you. Let go of your hand. You want to die with me, Tumu was really tough and he could still raise his leg like lightning under this situation. He kicked his knees into Shi Yan trademark's belly heavily. Shi Yan injected his profound chi crazily into his arms. Since he couldn't trademark T activate the dark light shield, he tried to use the petrifaction martial spirit. Tumu struck his knees into Shi Yan again and again. Under that heavy striking, the power of petrifaction seemed to be concentrated in Shi Yana Euro trademark S abdomen, while the other parts of his body turned normal. His abdomen grew grey and was as hard as stone. Under the attacks of Tumu, who was at the third sky of the nascent realm, Shi Yan could still support himself with the petrifaction martial spirit. Though he felt extreme pain in his abdomen, he did not Euro trademark T spit out blood and his defensive power became abnormally strong. De Yalan, who was under them, then came to notice that Shi Yan and Tumu were hugging tightly. If she thrust her short sword toward them, or Tumu fell down heavily, the sword would go through Tumu Euro trademark S body, and then into Shi Yana Euro trademark S body, sticking them together. Knowing that Shi Yan would be stabbed along with Tumu, De Yalan did not Euro trademark T dare act rashly, so she screamed, "A Euro bastard! Release, A Euro! A Euro wild dog, A Euro trademark am shorter than you. But you will be the dead one, and I could only lose an arm at most, A Euro." Shi Yan looked at him coldly with a smile. Then with Tumu Euro trademark S frightened eyes, he threw Tumu and himself with all his might onto De Yalan. A Euro ipu. Putu, A Euro. The sound of the weapon breaking the flesh and bone came one by one. De Yalan was lying on her back, while Tumu was lying on her on his back, and Shi Yan on Tumu. The sword in her hand stabbed through both of them. It went through Tumu Euro trademark S heart, and then forced itself into Shi Yana Euro trademark S right shoulder. Tumu Euro trademark S heart was stabbed through. After several quivers, he died right away with an extremely terrified face. Though his shoulder was broken, Shi Yan looked hideous and still did not Euro trademark T let go of Tumu. After Tumu Euro trademark S profound chi spilled out of his body and flew into Shi Yan, the latter was convinced Tumu was dead. Then Shi Yan released his hands and laid his exhausted and soft body down.